Foxes, how the devil are you? How's your weekend been? How's your day been so far? Well, you know what day it is. It's Sunday. It's 9:30 a.m. It's the summertime hour. Remember that, 9:30. So it's time for the famous Foxes Aftermath show run by the fans, for the fans. And you know what? Your opinion matters. So get them comments in now. Let's get going. It's kickoff time. Come on, you Foxes.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning all, how the devil are you? I've left that comment on. Morning Nick, how are you today? I am absolutely shattered this morning. It was the Iron Man yesterday, the triathlon, the 70.3. I didn't do it, I wouldn't have been able to do it. We were that busy yesterday, it was horrendously good, if that's such a thing. But yeah, Nick, I'm okay, I'm here, I'm tired, but we're going to get on. We're going to talk about football. And I'm going to bring in my young amigo, young Reedy. Reedy, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, he's happy this morning. He seems very happy. He must have had a lazy day yesterday. These Saturdays without Leicester playing, pants into Reedy at the minute.
What? I don't know, you know, because we were saying that it was bad that we played last, but again, it could be a good thing because if Everton lose today, it wasn't the worst weekend, but it's just a case of now we have to beat Liverpool, don't we?
Yeah, it's like Craig Pearson says, I'm hoping for step up tomorrow, something to talk and sing about. We need something, don't we? We need something. It's last weekend after that defeat against Fulham on Monday, which was absolutely travesty. I mean, they just, like some of the crowd was saying, I don't actually think they were fit to wear the shirt last week. They didn't turn up. 4-0 down, 4-1. Missed the penalty. Yes, the penalty, if we'd scored the penalty, we might have got something out of it. I don't think Liverpool would have. Sorry, Liverpool, it's just I've seen a comment down there. I don't think Fulham would have scored that fifth. And we might have come back into it and got an unlikely point. But it wasn't the best of performances, was it really, last Monday?
No, it wasn't. And I will say I disagree with your comment. But that's just my opinion. I just didn't agree with the fans saying what. Obviously I know they have the right to say what they want, but at half time it just felt like you're already just throwing them out of the game and just might as well just give up, I guess. Well, and at full time then yes, fair enough, but at half time when you're 3-0 down, yes, it's a hard task to get back in the game, but
it's like Rob Lambert's just said, 5-3 was flattering to Fulham. We actually got We were actually battered. It wasn't flattering. We were absolutely battered. We were playing against a team, really, that didn't have nothing to play for. They can't get to Europe. They can't go down. They're just mid-table. And
that's maybe where they probably were the better side because of it, because they have nothing to... There's no pressure on them. There's no worry. So they might as well just go out and have fun. And that's what they did. But like Dean Smith said, the problem was... It was not more the point of we got battered. It was more the point of we just made too many errors.
Yeah.
And there's error after error after error. And we need to stop doing that if we want to stay in the league. And at the moment, it's not looking like we are.
Well, that fat lady, everyone keeps saying the fat lady's warming up and that. She is. She's warming up. She's clearing her throat. It's not going to be long before she starts singing, unfortunately. It's going to be so... I mean, Southampton went down yesterday after 11 years. So no one's got a God-given right to be in that division. No. But really, we're not putting up a fight. I mean, you look at Villa. When was it? When was I back? Beginning of February. The week before, we beat Villa, and then we beat Spurs. Villa were absolutely useless. Villa were relegation candidates. Uri Emery came in, and now they're getting... It was like a playoff place yesterday between them and Spurs for Europe. Palace. Roy Hodgson's come in. He's changed it around. Wolves and Bournemouth changed their manager around. That makes so much difference, and we left it far too late for anybody to come in. Not just Dean Smith. Listen, I've got nothing wrong with Dean Smith coming in. Absolutely nothing wrong. It was just too late to change. Villa are now European contenders, where when we played them, we stuffed them 4-1. They were relegation candidates. Now they're European contenders. That's how quick it could have changed. We needed to make changes ages ago, really, in my mind.
I agree. Like, obviously, as much, and you know that I tried to back Rodgers as much as I could, but again, that was because of there was nothing else we could have done.
As much as you backed him, I was the other way, wasn't I?
No, I get that, and like I say, that's again my fault because we now realise someone like Sun Chu, who's probably been my best centre back and who is going at the end of the season. You've got Vardy, who's starting to perform and starting to score now, which I'm going to eat my words with because I thought he wasn't going to score another goal this season, but now we're using him to his strengths. Hopefully, it'll keep us up. And like you say, I honestly feel like the Fulham game was a very odd one out because the last 3 games, as much as it wasn't the best performance, it was still. We still got points out of them, and there were hard-fought points against the likes of Leeds and Everton. But like I say, now we're in the day because we should have been getting more than 1 point out of them because otherwise we've left ourselves with 3 massive games to keep ourselves up. And I just don't think.
Like Aggie says here, Rodgers should have gone after the Tottenham game. If I remember rightly, we got beaten by Brighton the week before as well.
5-2, yeah.
5-2, and then 6-2 at Spurs, was it? Or 6-1? I can't remember now. That's probably gone from my memory. But he's right. He should have gone then and would have had time to rebuild. Bournemouth put Gary O'Neill in charge. And no one's ever heard of him. Well, he was a player for Portsmouth, of course. But no one heard of him as a manager. All of a sudden, Bournemouth not flying, but they've managed to turn the corner and save themselves this season.
The thing with me is it was, again, yes, it was still late. But after that Palace game when we got rid of Rodgers, we should have had someone come in. We had 2 games between then and when we brought in Dean Smith to play against Man City. There was 2 games there we could have easily took the taken out of. And as much as we might have not won them, there were still 2 games there that we could have won, and it could be it could be in our hands again by now. So it's just annoying because we've got the points out of places where we probably didn't want to, out of like the Wolves game, who basically was safe and we got a good win. But the likes of Everton and Leeds, realistically, it wasn't the greatest points looking at it now because we needed more than just the 1 point.
That Wolves win would have been a great win if we'd beat Leeds the following week, the following Tuesday night. But it shows, in my mind, if you keep getting unlucky, I know, I'm not saying unlucky as in unlucky, but we're not having the rub of the green. We're definitely
not.
Both goals were offside.
We're definitely not having the rub of the green.
We're just not having the luck we need. Everton, the Leeds game, 2 goals were offside. Yes, they were offside. It just hit Soumari. It could have hit anybody, but it hit Soumari. Vardy, it was half a yard offside. He just needed to hold it. We're just not getting the rub of the green. Everton, the penalty. Maddison should have never taken it. But then again, Vardy have taken? You just don't know.
That's why I wasn't sure. I was all over Maddison for missing that penalty. But then when Vardy took it and then missed it, I was thinking, do you know what? If Vardy was on that penalty against Everton, you never know, he could have missed it, and we would be ruining the day. So it's our luck is just really against at the moment. It's like the penalties for who was it yesterday? Penalty Leeds, and it's just like it's just going against us all the time. The deflection against Newcastle, man, it just goes straight in.
The penalty that Brighton had in the last minute, the 96th minute, McAllister takes it and he put it in the top corner. No goalkeeper in the world would save that. But you look at all 3 penalties, Maddison's 2, Vardy's penalty, all were at very savable heights.
Yeah.
You don't do that. When you need the point, you don't try and place it. You put your foot through it and lamp it. So it's the back of the net like Vardy used to do. But now all of a sudden he's trying to I don't know.
I think he wants to make sure it goes in the net now because he can't risk missing, if you know what I mean. That's the issue. He can't just blast it and hopefully it goes in because he could hit the bar, could hit the post, could hit anything. So he's going to, I think they're just trying to make sure they get it on target and hopefully they don't save it. Go the right way and the keeper goes the wrong way, you're going to get it through. But again, that Everton penalty was the biggest season deciding thing for me anyway.
Yeah.
And now it comes to the biggest games to get the wins. It's horrible.
Yeah. Like Lots have said, agree with what Matt Piper said about 4 points being enough. But I don't think we'll get any more points.
I don't even think that'll be enough at this point.
No, I don't. But
because
Matt Piper had a point, but I can't agree with Locks. I can't see where they're going to get them points from.
Like I said to you, West Ham isn't a guaranteed win either. We might say that we can't beat Liverpool or Newcastle. West Ham is not a guaranteed win. If we come out knowing we have to win, I don't know. I can see us drawing to Newcastle. I don't think they look great yesterday. I will say that.
You can't read it when you're playing against us, though, pal. You can keep saying a few weeks ago. I remember you saying something like, "Oh yeah, there's a good chance we can beat Liverpool." They've just won 6 on the bounce, pal.
I didn't know that, though, did I?
Yeah, but that's how quickly it can turn. They've just won 6 on the bounce.
Yeah, I know.
Things can change.
Yeah, so. That's what the councillor says there. The Liverpool game is make or break. If you lose that, then I honestly see us going down.
Oh yeah, if we lose against Liverpool, yeah, that's done and dusted. That fat lady is singing. She will be singing at the top of her voice and in perfect pitch if we don't beat Liverpool.
But in the last 3 games, all I'm going to say in the last 3 games, I just want to see every single effort, 100% effort in every single player going into the last game of the season. Even if it goes down, just show us that you want to try and stay up. And even if
I know Leeds only got a point yesterday. I know they played. Did you see the amount of fight and passion they showed? They showed so much fight and passion. Forest have shown it. I hate you best give me some soap here because I hate saying that. Forest are showing some fight and some passion. Leeds have shown fight and passion. Everton beat bloody Brighton 5-1 away. Who would have thought that when Brighton stuffed Newcastle
again?
And beat not Newcastle.
All I'm gonna say is, Jamie, as much as I know it's not against us, it just feels like it. Like say, who goes? Brighton have given both Forest and Everton wins, and it's just like, what can you do? Then again, we've gave Southampton wins, we've gave Bournemouth wins, we're just not helping ourselves.
On that point, talking of Newcastle, is Geordie Jono. Hello, Geordie Jono. How the devil are you?
A bit poorly, but I'm all right.
Oh, keep that away from you. I don't want you passing no computer viruses over. Oh.
No, definitely.
Anyway, we're just talking about we're talking about relegation as we have done the last probably 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think I'm in right in saying, not just you, but in general, I told you so. Because I've been saying relegation is not just you two, I mean anybody. I told you so because I've been saying relegation for the last 3 or 4 months, and everyone, we'll be fine, not a problem. Southampton have gone down, and they beat us twice. We've actually given them 25% of their points this year, Jono.
And they still can't make it.
I said in pre-season we'll finish below 14th, and everyone was saying, "Oh, Johnny's so negative." I mean, I wish we're 14th now.
It'd be fantastic if we were 14th. We'd be safe, wouldn't we?
But I called this was going to be a bad season in pre-season. So
yeah,
that's a brilliant comment from the councillor, though.
Where's that? Put it up. I can't see it. It's gone past.
It's there.
Has to. I know I'm not a big fan of
players who are up for the fight. Is the first test. Mendy, KDH shooter needs to see. I don't think KDH has been playing that well recently.
I honestly don't. We need the fight. We need the fight.
As much as he's there, as much as he's a local lad and he should know, I don't actually think he's the right man for the job. Unfortunately,
I feel like we need the fight over the quality now.
Just going to bring Nick in for a couple of minutes. Just get his thoughts for 2 minutes, Nick. Let's bring Nick in. Morning, Nick.
Morning, guys. You all right?
Very quickly, a couple of minutes. What do you think, pal?
The last thing that people need is to say.
The results are still going our way, aren't they, really? Let's be fair. Forest balls it up yesterday. Leeds balls it up against Newcastle. And I honestly think we can potentially get something if the right teams played. Newcastle didn't look great yesterday. I honestly think we could do something against Newcastle. And West Ham, last game of the season, they're going to be concentrating on potentially a European final. I think 4 points will keep us up. I really do.
It all depends on what other teams do. I think
Not
now
to
it's
get
all
full.
about relying on other teams now. It's out of our hands.
Literally,
completely.
so Nick, you're
We've got
thinking what? A Liverpool win, or a West Ham win, and a Newcastle draw? What are you thinking?
You look at what Ross put in the comments. The last two seasons at
Probably
home,
about
we've
food
done.
with Ross. I don't read them.
No, he said the last two home games against Liverpool, we've done a win.
Yeah, but
The crowd's behind us. Vardy's on form again. You can't say he's not because he's being played how he likes to be played. The balls are being played in like, we've got that threat.
Just got to hope we
Make
get
sure Yuri Tillemans is nowhere near the starting 11. Bring Mendy back into the fold. Honestly, we can do it.
Hold on a minute. That comment you said about Ross, the last two games.
The last two home games.
I'll have a look.
Went to 1-0.
I'll
And
have a
then
look.
3-1 was in COVID. We've had one more game in between that, haven't we?
I'll have a look.
Ross is very rarely wrong with his stats, Jamie. He's up there with you.
I just thought we'd had one more game in between.
Head to head.
We've got to do, at the end of the day, lads, we've got to do something because if we go down...
He's right.
Is he?
Yeah, in Liverpool versus Leicester versus Liverpool on 20th of December when we won 1-0 with Lookman.
Yeah.
And then the game before that was 3-1. Well, that's when they capitulated.
I thought we played him in between. I really
that's
did.
That's when they capitulated late on.
Yeah,
we've got to do something though, lads. We have got to do something because one thing that all the Foxes fans aren't talking about, and they've probably forgot about this, if we go down, I think the EFL will screw us over. Because when we went up as champions,
you get a year's grace, I think, Nick. I don't think it's happened straight away.
I can see them doing it just to be.
No, they can't change the rules just like that. I know they don't like us, but they can't change the rules just like that.
Because we broke it massively. That's all I'm thinking. Yeah. We could have points deductions.
Craig Hendry been sent relegation after those first 7 games, and it's been a rapid drop off in form of the last 18 months. Was done to alter it. So it was done to alter it by players, management, or the board. Is it right? The last 18 months we have looked a little bit shit, really, haven't we? To be honest, Nick.
I'd say we've looked crap since that famous COVID party, and then we played West Ham the next game because we've not been the same really since then. Yes, we won an FA Cup, and yes, we won a Charity Shield and all that lot, but. Think back on, lads, we weren't brilliant in those games.
No.
Something's not really been right since then.
Like Ryan said, we'll go out of this league without a fight. We gave 2 top finishes away without a fight. We went out of Europe twice, Europa League, with a whimper. These players don't have the mentality and in second gear when we need it. It's true though, Nick, that isn't it, pal?
Well, you could see what Rodgers was doing to the players when he was, when he was in charge and stuff. He was throwing them under the bus. He was throwing the board under the bus. He was throwing the fans under the bus, but it was never his fault. I mean, let's be fair. If you're working underneath that and you hear that constantly on a daily basis, you're not going to want to bloody put a shift in, are you?
No, not really. It was like Nigel Pearson. He always took the blame no matter what. He was good at that. Nick, I'm going to let you go because Ross has joined.
All right, guys. Take care.
Cheers. Thanks, Nick. We'll see you again soon. Let's see what the salad cruncher has to eat, has got to say.
Lads.
Ross, how are you, pal? You good?
Yeah. I'm never wrong with my stats, so I just put it out there.
I didn't say you were wrong. I just thought there was more time in between the 2 games. That was all. But anyway.
It's interesting, though, the fact that we've actually beaten Liverpool quite a lot at home since we've returned to the Premier League. The season we won the league. The day after, 2 days after we sacked Ranieri. We're being 3-1. We've also beat him in the League Cup as well.
They gave us a good stuff in 4-0 and Boxing Day.
That's yes, they've had beating us in that time, but I think we've beaten them around at the same or more. And obviously last season we cost them the Premier League title with Lookman goal.
This comment's enough. Andrew Medhurst. Cag's good enough for Madrid, but not good enough for Leicester, and played Ward too many times.
Oh, God.
That was the issue. That's the issue.
That's the issue. Ross, there's been a huge issue here with Brendan Rodgers. I don't know what Cags did to Brendan Rodgers. I don't know whether he's got some photos of somebody. I do not know.
Yeah.
But what's the problem? Why Cags? I know we didn't look that good against Fulham, but we have looked more stable at the back.
I think, as Phil said every time when he comes on this show, he always says no plan B. And I just think, obviously, Cags had a couple of bad games. We're not going to deny that. But then Rodgers has seen that as, oh, no, I'm not playing in there. Threw him on the bus, obviously, saying about that interview about him. And with, obviously, he's now leaving to go to one of the biggest clubs in La Liga, Atletico Madrid. It's
You have to say it in a Spanish accent.
Atletico Madrid. Why did you have to say it in Spanish accent?
I always say it in the Spanish accent.
Atletico Madrid.
I thought I'd just be respectful. In the day, at the end of the season, people say, don't go, Cags. But at the end of the day, would you rather be in this situation? Would you rather be at Leicester, where they could be potentially going down, or going to a team that are, fighting for the Liga every season, Champions League, and stuff like that? It's a no-brainer.
He fully deserves to go to that club.
100%. Guarantee you'll score Champions League win next season for him in the final. All right.
Excellent.
But at least he'll be in Champions League, unlike Fofana. But anyway, so with regards to obviously Amati as well, going to AC Milan. That's weird.
He's going. I'm happy.
Danny Ward, yeah. Oh my God, playing 20. How many games did he play before he finally took Rodgers? That fueled me, because at the end of the day, if Ward was that good enough, why was he on our bench for 4 years, 3 years, something like that?
Well, Brendan Rodgers kept saying he always had 2 number ones at the club.
He's about as much as a number one as I am.
Making more salads.
Yeah, exactly. Ridiculous. And
like Rob Lambert says, there it is. Amati's agent is a magician.
Yeah,
he is. I mean,
I'm with
AC Milan.
Do you know what? Amati actually feels like he is that sort of style to go to down that sort of.
He does try. I mean, Amati's. He reminds me a little bit of Akin Bailly. He's bad, but he tries. We can't do that.
Do you know, like on the sports day as a kid, you get the participation medal. He gets that.
That's what I used to get.
So I'm with Aggie on this. Everson should have started the season as number one. I said this at the very beginning. Everson should have started at the very beginning. Yeah. Yes, he made the mistake for the first goal at Fulham, but he's been sound as a pound since then.
Everton.
Look at Mendy's howler against Forest. Do you not see that?
When he came out to try and collect it.
He had to punch it, missed it completely, and it was open goal for a header.
I think the issue started well before that, but I think a really big sting in the tail. Again, I don't blame him for leaving when Kasper left. And the only saving grace coming out of it is that he did not go to another Premier League club. Because we were all fearing that when Schmeichel left, I hope he doesn't go to a Premier League club. But he went to Nice, which was a decent thing. But obviously, the other day, did anyone watch him on other day? He was still a Leicester player.
Oh, yeah. He'll always have that. Like Mr. Sixes has just said, Reader, this one's for you. Question, why have so many players been allowed to run down their contracts at the same time, knowing our policy is to make money on transfers? That's sign of bad man management upstairs, I think.
I don't know, or is it just because nobody wants to sign up again?
Having, 7 out of contract this year, 8 out of contract next year.
They're looking at
relegation clauses in any of the contracts apart from the new ones that signed in January.
They're looking at the options, because obviously if they sign into another deal and another club doesn't come in for them, and obviously then they've had a bust up with a manager or whatever, then they're going to be like they're in prison. So
Yuri Tillemans, nobody came in for him last year. Nobody came in for him. That shows a sign that no one wants him.
He's not good enough. I'm sorry, but I don't think he's good enough.
If you were me, if I was them in a relegation battle and we do go down, I'd be wanting to it's like a CV. You want to be proving to other employees that you're a good candidate for the job. They look awful. They're not performing. If I was the other team, I'd be like, I don't want them. But
that's the thing. That's the thing, though. So this is what gets me. This is my take on players playing terrible to get a big move. But the question is, the other clubs look at them thinking, well, they're playing crap. Why would I buy them? I understand some players are not fit at a certain football club. For example, Harry Kane's not suited at Tottenham because he's not going to win a trophy unless he stays. No, he suited it like a team that can win trophies. You look at, when we've had players over years, and N'Golo Conte, where we loved him that much, we just wanted bigger and bigger things. We all know that. We hate to admit that.
I honestly don't think the players we've got, yes, they're good players when they're up the top of the table and they're playing attractive football, but when they're in a bit of a dogfight at the minute, forget them. Tillemans, Maddison.
And that's why I say you've got to play the likes of Dewsbury, Mendy,
Thomas, Castagna. They're not up for that relegation fight. None of them. I don't think any of them that have been at a club, of any of their clubs, have ever been in a relegation dogfight.
Well, that's why Marco Brighton needs to come back in. He's been real core from West Brom, hasn't he? Because I guarantee, I put this in the comments, I don't know if you put it up, but
I don't think he's in the 25, Ross.
Oh, is he not?
I don't think he went out on loan. He got left out of the 25, so he can't come back in.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay, my apologies. Oh, I didn't know that. I just thought I presumed he was already in there.
Just remember, when we beat Liverpool last year, we had Chowdhury in centre-back.
Yeah. And just remember that day, Salah missed the penalty. Arguably one of the best atmospheres we had that season. I watched that watch-along clip you put in it the other day. Going absolutely crazy. I think before I go, here's my take. Just a little quote I'm going to say. Tomorrow will be our 2-year anniversary since we won the FA Cup. Tomorrow we play Liverpool. Okay? 2 years ago, we all jubilations and celebrations. We won our first FA Cup ever. Now we need to reenact that and pretend it's an FA Cup final. Yes, we've got Newcastle and West Ham after. Yes, we know that. But tomorrow is literally do or die. There's some of them players, Tillemans, he needs to pull out some magic from 2 years ago. Everson needs to look at Kasper Schmeichel's great saves against Chelsea that day. And they really need to look at themselves and say, are they good enough to stay in that league? Because I can guarantee, I've said this a lot, if you are in that bottom three by game 38, you deserve to go down. And Martin Keown said this yesterday on TV. We've lost 21 games this season. Do you really think, here's the question for all those fans. Do we deserve to stay in the league?
No.
That's the big question. You got to ask people.
We've been useless all season. We've from game one.
Exactly, since game one. Our only highlight this season.
The signs were there.
Our only highlights this season are beating Forest is one. I thought that could kickstart our campaign.
That's it for me.
Ross, if that's our only highlight, that's a poor show, isn't it?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The only two highlights I've got this season of us beating Forest 4-0 and beating Tottenham 4-1. Apart from that, there's no highlights at all this season. We've had it's the opposite of 14-15. 14-15, yes, we were at the bottom, we were fighting, but we were actually fighting to stay in the league. We were only losing by 1 goal. And then it all clicked. The last 9 games, won 7. And this is the complete opposite. Everything's going against us in general. What I mean by that is results of things, but we're just not playing. We're not. And if we go down, we go down. That's the thing.
Is them 5 points we got against Wolves, Everton, and Leeds. That's been wiped because of the situation we're in now.
Yeah.
All them points we had, they're all just wiped because other teams have won and it's killed us. So now it's down to us to win another 3.
Yeah,
exactly, and it's just very painful. And obviously, I'm going to be at Newcastle a week on Monday. Monday night. I don't usually go to Monday night in Newcastle, but I really wanted to go because I want to go. I want to support my team as best I can. My dad's. I've got it off work. My dad's got half a day off work. We're going, and if we go down, I'd rather see us fighting and go down than see us an embarrassment. Because I hope when they don't cut to the cameras, there's me in tears with my dad. Well, that's what will happen. That's honest. That's what will happen. People say, "Oh, why would you cry? You're grown mad." It doesn't matter. It's my football club. I was in the pub 15 years ago with my dad when we got relegated to League One. I was on the floor. I had to be dragged out by my dad when we got relegated to League One.
Now you get dragged out by coppers now.
Dragged out
very quickly. I know quickly isn't in your vocabulary. Sorry, slowly is. Sorry, yes. Score for tomorrow. Very, very quickly.
1-0 Leicester. Why can't we beat Liverpool? Last 2 seasons we beat them. Why not?
Scores on the boards, everyone. Ross says 1-0. Rightio, Ross, we shall speak to you later. See you later, pal.
Lads.
Right then, lads. I was going to talk about a lot, but everything seems to. I need to wind it up a bit because some of us have to work on a Sunday, other like others. Jono, score prediction.
4-0 Liverpool. They're gone. Done.
Fucking hell, you said this not so long ago, didn't you? You got the score right with one. I can't remember what game it was.
I've been right all season. So 4-0 Liverpool.
Well, like I said to you earlier, I'm beginning to think I told you so, because that's what I've been saying all year about going down. It's just, I don't know. I really don't know. It's so, like Ross was saying, I'll be upset, I'll be disappointed. But
we deserve it. You're coming.
We do deserve it. I want us to win, but I just can't see it. I really can't see it, because we haven't got the fight. Like Kerry's just said, without the fight, we can't get anything now. I know Nick says trying to keep the faith.
Nick's taking all the positivity out of me.
Right. Yeah, it's hard though, because there is no positivity. What positivity can you get out of the last? Forget the Man City game. Yes, we've got 5 points from 3 games. Then we go to Fulham and lose how we did read it, and that's blown it out of the water. All the positivity went. If we went and got a victory against Fulham, or maybe even a point against Fulham, wouldn't have been that bad a result. That'd have been 6 points from 4 games. In the situation we're in, that wouldn't have been too bad. We'd have been out there on goal difference. That's the only positivity we have is the goal difference is saved.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Unless Liverpool gives us a good hammering tomorrow. So, Jono, what did you just say? 4-0 Liverpool.
4-0 Liverpool.
I do hope you're wrong. I really do. But
you know I'm right, don't you? You know I'm right.
I'm not too sure you're going to be wrong, pal.
Yeah.
Rightio, Jono. We shall see you later in the week, pal. Be good.
You too.
See you later, mate. Like Glenn White says, no engine room, no fight. Complete. Very true there. Reedy, what do you think then?
I have no idea.
Bring a last little bit of positivity to this show before we go.
I'm going to go for a 2-1.
You're going to go for a 2-1?
Yeah, 2-1. We're going to win. 2-1.
2-1. I want us to win. I really do. I never want Leicester to lose. I never, ever want Leicester to lose. But I'm just struggling to find where we're going to get points from and
I'm with you.
Goals and...
I'm with you. Don't get me wrong. Like Nick says, we can do it. And we know we can. It's just if we've got to perform now. We've got to get it's hard because even if you do win against Liverpool and Newcastle and West Ham, it might not be good enough. That is the problem.
Stefan, Liverpool have just won 6 on the bounce. So that's I think you're not been looking at the stats there, but Liverpool have just won 6 on the bounce.
Nick, I wish I had your positive to me. I've had it all season and I'm finally starting to lose it.
Yeah, I think this is Wayne. I think Wayne's having a bit of a problem with his Facebook at the minute. We're done without a miracle, and when we do go down, the fans need to support their owners and the club and rebuild in this summer. Yes, we do need to rebuild in this summer. Reedy, I'm going to let you go because, like I say, some of us have got to go work. See you later, pal.
Bye-bye.
There you go. Cheers for joining us. It's been absolutely brilliant. Just got one little thing to say to you, like I normally do, or try and do. I've been a Leicester fan all my life and seen many highs and more lows than most of you would like to think. But never have I seen this club walk into the abyss like we are doing now. 7 years ago, we won the Prem, as you all know, and we never really built on it. 2 years ago, we won the FA Cup. And as you all know, that FA Cup is my favourite thing ever. I love the FA Cup, old school. That was absolutely brilliant. But again, we never really built on it. Yet again, failing to sack the manager clearly past his best at this club was just the tip of the iceberg. The Titanic saw it too late. We did the same. And that shit went down as well. Cheers for watching. Ciao, ciao. Adios. Goodbye. See you later. Thanks for watching. Come on, you foxes.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.